All right, guys, it is Wednesday, the 16th of June, 2021, and you're watching CopTalk.tv. Why is it called that? Well, because if you type in www dot, it brings you here. That's what, you know what I'm saying. And you're watching CopTalk.tv in association with FootballClubShares.com, where you can buy real shares in real football clubs. Hooray! Yeah. And there's obviously a kickback in it for me somewhere along the lines. How's it going, guys? You're all right. So we've had this, development since we last spoke about Liverpool being granted planning permission for the proposed £60 million Anfield Road stand expansion. I think that was yesterday. I'm all over the place at the minute. I haven't really been following a lot of Liverpool stuff at the moment because it's very quiet, and I've been watching the Euros and stuff like that. The application, which was yesterday, Tuesday, will see the capacity at Anfield increase by 7,000 to 61,000, which is very nice. Some extra money for the club and all that. And it takes the investment in the club's infrastructure from Fenway Sports Group beyond £200 million, following the £110 million main stand and the £50 million new training facility, of course. The earliest estimation for the project to be completed is the summer of 2023, with Liverpool looking to start work as soon as possible. So, I've seen some pictures and stuff like that, and I'm sure you guys have seen it. Oh, my microphone's over there. I do apologise. I was going to leave it, but then I thought, no, let's do some more videos. Sorry if you couldn't hear. I'm sure you heard me. So I've seen the images of how Liverpool's ground could look after the Anfield Road is expanded, and it looks very nice, and all that. But you know what, guys? I've got to be honest. I'm looking at that, right, and now the Kop looks about this big. Do you know what I mean? The Kop's going to be the smallest stand now, and for me, the Kop meant everything about Liverpool Football Club in terms of the stadium, the support that came from the Kop, attacking the Kop. The Kop sucking the ball in, the Kop being the 12th man, and it's sad in that regard, is what I'm trying to say to you. So, I'm just looking at this here. It says it will now become the smallest stand in the ground. It says, curiously, the expansion will also bring the capacity of Anfield to a figure close to the existing record crowd of 61,905 set during an FA Cup tie between Liverpool and Wolverhampton Wanderers almost 70 years ago on February the 2nd, 1952. So, I don't know what you guys think of this. I'm sure you'll see it as a positive thing. Someone emailed the Cop Talk podcast yesterday and said that they would rather it not have been done, and the £60 million, I think it is, they would rather have seen that put into the transfer kitty, for example, which I think some people would agree with. But if they hadn't proceeded to invest £60 million in this stand, I don't think they would have just gone, well, you can have £60 million then for transfers. I don't think it works like that, really, but the sentiment's right, of course, I think. But yeah, like I say, I'm just looking at the picture and just seeing the Anfield, how it would look, with the Kop, the smallest stadium is. I don't like it, to be honest with you. So yeah, I like progress, and I like these, great big new stands we've got, and it all makes sense. But what listen, we're talking about the changes to the stadium, okay? Now, you will also have seen that Liverpool announced rail seating as a major Anfield restructure, okay? A 12-month trial for safety rails at Anfield from the start of next season, which I really welcome the idea of this. For me, look, I don't know. I think it depends on your age group, right, as to whether you want to be sat down or whether you want to be fucking fat. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I was younger, I didn't want to sit down. Now I'm an old man, now I want to be fat old man, so I'm quite happy to sit down. But I can't sit down when someone's kicking off, and in my seats at Anfield, I'm always like, I'm having to stand up anyway to see what's happening when they're attacking the other end, and it's part of like when your player is attacking, yourself during an attack and a one-on-one or something, you like that, you can't sit fucking still, can you? I mean, even if you take a chick to the game, you know what I mean, you might want to be like, just sat down, say, yes darling, enjoy the game. There's a very famous picture of me sat with the chick, and she was a Tottenham fan. It was Liverpool versus Tottenham, and they'd just scored. And he's the Tottenham player, I forget his name now, some Dutch player, so I can't remember his name. And he's running across, giving it this or something, I don't know, celebrating in front of the lower centenary at the time. And I'm 6 rows up, you know, and there's some kids in front, right at the front in front of me, probably about 14, like, and they're like that, you know, giving him all abuse. Everyone's out of the seat, and there's me like that. And my chick sat there all in pink. He couldn't be more girly, and she sat like that, terrified by what was going on around her. Do you know what I mean? I think that was her first time she'd been to Anfield. And yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, maybe you go with your girl and sit down and, oh, yes, darling, yeah, enjoy it. You know what I mean? But even when I used to take Charlotte, my daughter, when she was 6 years old, even she'd be out of the fucking seat, giving it, or she'd be stood on it, fucking collapsing, you know, as it tips back and that, like, as you do. You parents will know what I mean by if you've ever taken a young child to Anfield or a game and they stand on the seats and it tips in. It happened at Old Trafford when Super Dan scored at Old Trafford. And maybe I was a mental dad for taking my daughter to a game at such a young age, you know, in the away end. But obviously, you know, everyone went, you know, you're hugging complete strangers. And I remember, oh, where's my daughter? And I turned around and the chair had flipped. She was wedged in the chair, still giving it that. Do you know what I mean? Bless her. It was brilliant. But anyway, let's get back to the real seating. So you see, I don't think, right, when you're at a game and you sat down, it's not the same atmosphere. That's what's killed atmosphere, isn't it? There's more atmosphere when people are stood up. And when it was all standing or whatever, you could just walk around, couldn't you? Go and see your mates, and you could group together. And that's what you want. It's no good if you and your pals are all scattered around everywhere. But so I imagine even with real seating, you're still going to be consigned to a particular ticket. But they do need to, you know, I don't know. Anyway, listen, 12-month trial, 7,800 seats will be installed with safety rails, with around 1,800 being positioned at the back of the Kop. That's what we're talking about, the Kop. Give it some. The remaining 6,000 will be stationed in the lower tier of an Anfield Road stand that was given the green light to be extended by a further 7,000 seats on Tuesday. Liverpool are one of 5 Premier League clubs to run the trial following a recommendation from Sports Ground Safety Authority. Anfield will remain an all-seater stadium, and the trialled areas with the new seats and rails are not safe standing sections. The club have stressed. Liverpool sent a personal letter this week to all of to the Hillsborough families, giving them all the relevant information about the trial before its formal announcement on Tuesday. Of course, you know, they had to do that. Season ticket holders impacted by the changes will be contacted to discuss the details and talk through options of remaining in place or moving to a more traditional seat. So I don't know what you guys think about that either. I would like to know your thoughts basically on the Anfield expansion. And also the rail seating, which I think will be a great addition. I just think that, you know, I really want groups of fans and friends or whatever, or people that are in that mindset, to be in one area really where they can give it some. I mean, look, you know, it doesn't matter what seats. People are going to stand up all the time when there's a goal. When they can't see, you know, what's going on, or when there's a crunching tackle in front of you, get out of your seat and you want to smack the fucker in the face. You know what I'm saying, guys? I'm a very passive guy, I'll have you know, but when I go to a football game, I think we all lose the plot a little bit, don't we? I mean, I would never do anything, you know what I'm saying? I don't think so, but there was a few times that Gary Neville in front of me. Oh, hey, fucking you, I'd have been over there. I was going to throw my phone at him one day, and then I realised it was built like a brick. Look up, Google Nokia communicator telephone, right? If you're a young pup, Nokia communicator. It was about that big. And it opened up like that. It was like a brick, honestly. And it was like one of the very first phones you could go on the internet with. And I remember taking it out of my pocket. It was as heavy as a brick. But I couldn't because it was a very expensive phone at the time. But anyway, I think that's enough for me today with these videos. I will do a video for the channel members either today or this week. We'll do a little bit of a roundup on the transfer front. Obviously, Rodrigo. Let's get him up. Rodrigo de Paul. I want to see how much he went for. I can't remember. Rodrigo de Paul is going to Atletico Madrid. He's been linked with Liverpool for some time. He's at Udinese, he's a midfielder, he's 27, he's off to Atletico Madrid. It says here with a quick look at the I'm not going to read the articles, it says 35 million euro fee. If you are an avid follower of the Cop Talk podcast, then you will know I've been saying I don't think there's any truth in it, I don't think we're in it. Because I've seen people saying, oh, Liverpool have missed out on. No, I don't think so at all. I honestly don't think that was ever on our agenda. Maybe we'll see in due course. But Rodrigo de Paul, I was told yesterday, was going to Atletico Madrid. It was fed to me as that it was done. I don't think it's concluded yet officially, but it is all over the media. And he's 27 years of age, 35 million fee. You might have heard him mention with us. There's been quite a few players in Syria mentioned with us really of late, and obviously I've been saying which ones I think would be of interest and which ones haven't, just opinion, like Vlahovic for example. Would be fantastic. Brendan Rodgers would say he'd be fantastic signing, fantastic. But a few of them, I think there was a few players at Inter Milan. Look I'm fucking young and know what I'm doing, and Inter Milan players linked with us? Nah, I don't think so. Anyway, yes, so I will do a video for the channel members to thank you for your ongoing support. If it weren't for the channel members, we wouldn't be here. They really do help. It's been a difficult year. All right, guys, if you want to join the channel, support the big man. I'm sure the information's in the video description below. I think there's probably a join button or something like that. I do appreciate the support, guys, and please thumbs up the video and drop me a comment. I read all the comments. I read every comment, and honestly, when I'm sat around having a pony on Lou and that, pony and trap, Michael Knight, threatening bit, didgeridoo. Whenever I'm sat, taking care of business, I always have a look, and go, oh, what's everyone saying? It gets a bit lonely when you haven't left a message on a video for a few days. So let me know your thoughts, guys. All right. This is a serious video. I want you to tell me what you think of the expansion and also the rail seating. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the day and week ahead.